everybody. Welcome to EmBODY Well's Grub and Groove, episode 5.
Ooh, special number.
Yes, and it is summertime, it's July, and we are going to make something that will be a delicious salad so you can stay out of the hot kitchen, make it up really quickly, and then enjoy some rum punch out on the patio with friends, because that's the best way to live your life.
That's the perfect summer.
All right, so I have with me my good friends and fellow dancers. This is going to be very exciting because I haven't shown her the dance for today. So Danny and I used to dance together in a Brazilian dance group, but she also, in her other life, is a food blogger. So I'm so excited to have Danny here. So do you want to talk about your blog?
Sure. It is called Dine with Danny. That is D-A-N-I. And it's basically a food resource for people who like simple recipes and don't have a lot of time.
And that's what we're doing today.
Yes,
so
it's perfect.
it is perfect. All right. So we are making a cabbage collard slaw. So again, if you're not getting your green vegetables, this is a great way to get vegetables. I am a big slaw fan, especially during the summer. And it is a wonderful, refreshing treat. And then you can put it on the side of almost anything, to be honest, whether it's sausage or a little zucchini, other vegetables, or that chicken patty that you might like. Okay, so we are going to start by going ahead, and we're going to start with the onion.
Yes.
Now, if you don't know why we're starting with the onion, you should go to my episode 1 on greens. But in the meantime, I'll give you the hit down at the bottom. So Dan, if you want to do the honors, and we're going to do slices. We're going to do tiny slices, just like you're used to with coleslaw. I like long. I like to sip it kind of like a spaghetti, but you can cut it however you like, or shred it, or use whatever tools you have. So we're going to cut the onion.
Thin should I be cutting these?
As thin as you like. I like them thin, but I'll leave it to you as to what that means. Okay, now that we've cut up our onions, the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to marinate them while we're cutting up and preparing the rest of our slaw. So we're going to actually grab some vinegar. Vinegar will help soften your onions a little bit and make them really tasty, and also help marinate the rest of the slaw. So we'll put in about a quarter cup. It's really up to you. We're going to taste it a little bit. So we'll go ahead and put in a quarter cup of vinegar. Now I am big on the triple vinegar. So I definitely use apple cider and balsamic. And then, and I've mentioned this before, this is one of my favorite seasoning vinegars. And vinegar is a key seasoning, especially if you don't want to use a lot of sodium. So this pomegranate red wine vinegar,
I've never even thought about
is giving me life.
Okay.
Okay. So I've noticed at the stores, they are doing more of the fruit infused vinegars. So go ahead and give them a try. It can't hurt. So we got a little balsamic that we're going to add. And then switch. And we'll add a little bit of the pomegranate. And we're going to do the same thing with the slaw, but this is just going to get it started. So let's go ahead and stir that up. I'll let you do that.
Okay.
We'll swap. And then what I'm going to start doing is to cut the cabbage. So we do have to do as well our cabbage dance, which everybody knows exactly, because you got to groove while you're grubbing, or at least preparing your grub. So everybody knows the Cabbage Patch. So because the cabbage is getting cut up, you got to have the Cabbage Patch. Okay. All right. So now, if you've never cut cabbage before, we have beautiful, I like color, and you guys know that. So I like red and green. Why choose? You don't have to. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it, and I cut it so that you're not necessarily having to deal with the stem. So you cut it on the bias, if you will. So this is my stem side. I cut it along the stem, and then all I have to do, because cabbage makes a lot, is go ahead and just keep cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll make them fairly thin, but again, you can make them whatever you're comfortable with. Making them thin, when you do add the vinegar and they start to soften, it makes it much easier. Of course, the thicker they are, the harder to soften. So, all right, so we've got our red cabbage looking so pretty in the dish. And so, Danny, what's your favorite summer restaurant here in Atlanta?
Oh, favorite summer restaurant is pretty much anywhere that has a balcony.
Okay, that works.
If I can eat al fresco or on a patio somewhere, I'm a happy girl with a nice cocktail. That's the perfect summer day for me. So,
Any new cocktails that we should know about for the summer?
Actually, yes, there is a cocktail. My favorite cocktail for this summer. It's not new, but it is the Tom Collins.
Okay.
And
it's making a comeback?
It's making a comeback in my house because it is so light and refreshing. It's very citrusy and sweet, and it's made with gin. And you know, a lot of times gin can be a little harsh.
Right.
But the Tom Collins is definitely not that. It's a very delicate drink, and I love it. So that's my drink for summer 17. And you can actually visit dinewithdanny.com for the recipe of that.
Okay. Yeah. So in case you want to have something different or you want to revisit
the classics,
then check out Dine with Danny.
Yes.
And I'm sure we should make a Tom Collins today and we see how it goes with the slaw.
I think it actually will go with the slaw because we have the lemon juice that's coming in here. I'm excited about the slaw. You guys know. Okay. Everything I eat by this woman is delicious.
So the last thing we're going to add, so you can see you have a lot of slaw here. So once you are cutting even this small head of cabbage, you're going to get a lot of food, which is great. So you can munch on this for quite a few days. So we are going to do our slaw. And for those who don't remember, because I know Danny does.
I do.
There is, here you go.
There's a dance that goes with it apparently.
There is a groove to this. Ready? And, hey, hey. Almost done? Oh, I got one more. Okay. So you can tear it off, and then again, because we are making slaw, we'll put it into a little bundle, and then we'll just make some very thin cuts.
Yes.
Our last ingredient, before the secret ingredient, because I always have a secret ingredient, is herbs. So I am particular to basil, cilantro, and I've actually done it with tarragon, which is a little different flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to rip off our basil, and Danny's going to take a little taste and make sure they're all right.
Quality control.
And so you rip them off, and you do exactly what you did with the cabbage and the greens. You give them a little chop. If you are okay with the super pungency of a piece of basil, you can go ahead and throw it right in. It is going to flavor the entire batch. But I do like to cut it up because not everybody's ready for that, and I'm taking this to a potluck tomorrow. So what's your favorite herb?
Basil.
Basil.
Anytime I see, especially for a cocktail, she knows that I have cocktail recipes at Dine with Danny. Anytime I see basil on the menu in my cocktail, I have to order it because I know it's going to be full of flavor. So that's definitely my favorite. It used to be cilantro.
But those are my two favorites, I have to say. They both add wonderful flavor. I usually use cilantro in my salads, anytime I'm making even a pasta. It's just so versatile. And basil is the same way, to be honest. So
sweet, savory,
love it.
Citrus, whatever flavor you want it to go with, basil can do that. And so can cilantro, actually.
Yes.
Cilantro and parsley, they're like tied.
We talked about vinegar in place of salt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't realize how much a fresh herb can give you some real strong flavor.
Can I give you my other favorite?
Yes.
Ginger.
Oh, well, ginger.
Ginger root makes everything better for me. Again, also cocktails and slaws. I actually have a slaw that I make at home, and ginger actually is an ingredient in mine.
Okay, maybe I'll have to try that.
We should maybe collab on another slaw video.
Yes. So in addition, ginger is a wonderful medicinal herb.
Okay.
So it's very, very good for digestion. We were talking about
that.
Some of the fermentation. So, ginger is, as people will, holistic folks will tell you it is a hot spice. So it really helps your body both from a blood vessels and circulation perspective, all kinds of other things in terms of your body actually sort of releasing things as the heat permeates your body. So get that ginger, get those herbs. We're just gonna, you don't need many herbs. I like a lot, but just know the flavor will start coming through. So find an herb you like. Don't be afraid to go in the supermarket. If you can find basil in a department store, I would suggest you buy it. So taste that plant and know what you're putting in your food.
Also smell everything as well.
Absolutely.
Because if you smell one thing and then you smell another thing and they don't actually seem like they go together, they probably won't go together in your mouth.
All right, so what we're gonna do now that we have our basil, our red and green cabbage, and our collards all sliced up and slawified, we're gonna add the onions and in their marinade, and then we're actually gonna make an additional dressing that we're gonna dress it with, because that's really what you want to give you that fuller flavor for the cabbage. So or the slaw. Go ahead and you can move this over here, or I'm gonna switch places. All right. Okay. Oh. We have added a little bit of, I've squeezed some fresh lime juice. And that always gives it depends if you like a sweeter slaw, because I'll either do lime juice or sometimes I'll actually add apples and I'll actually put those in with the onion marinade. So it kind of balances things out in terms of that savory taste. So again, make it your own. If you have things that you love, add those to the slaw. This is a raw fiesta. That's what I like to call it, fiesta. All right. So, we are going to make up our actual slaw base. So we had a marinade for the onions, but we're now going to make a slaw base. So it's going to consist of, as a base, actually olive oil. So we're going to have a little bit of that. And then we're going to do the same thing with the vinegars. So we've got apple cider, balsamic, a little bit of pomegranate, red wine. And then,
of course, I should have seen this coming.
Because I can't do without my sriracha. So
in everything, in everything,
including my car and my bag. Hey, Beyonce.
She has hot sauce in her bag, for real,
for reals. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and let's get the measuring cup, and we'll do the same thing. Again, use your palate before you put it on there. So I always encourage making this up and tasting it before you actually dress your slaw. So make it to what you like. So a little
about a third of a cup of this?
Yeah, you could probably do somewhere between a fourth and a third. So we're gonna see how that's fine. Okay. Put it in, and then I got you with the balsamic.
All right.
We're gonna put a little less balsamic because I want a little heavy with the onion marinade. So we're just going to do a little, just a hint, shall we say, of that.
A touch of balsamic.
A touch. Apple cider vinegar, which is my favorite.
Mine too, actually. And champagne vinegar. I love champagne vinegar too.
You know, that's actually, mix your vinegars.
Yes.
I mean, they can come together so well. So if you want to try champagne with that, then let's go ahead and whisk it. So since we now have the oil. Now I'm going to tell you about a little secret ingredient. That's the basic. Aha! I love sardines. And sardines are packed in, and I've actually done this with smoked oysters too, are packed in oil. So I add a little bit of that sardine oil because it has a little bit of that flavor. Again, if you don't like sardines, don't do this. But I add the oil and it gives it a little bit of that sort of fish flavor. I know some people are like, "Mah."
It's a little bit of sodium too. It's more sodium than fish to me.
So what you have is, and the oils again that come from the fish itself are healthy oils. So sardines have a lot of omega-3s, plus for you. So now that we've whisked that up, what are we gonna do?
Taste it.
Don't put it in your slaw yet. Taste it first. Okay, I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah, see how you do this to not put your mouth on the spoon?
if I was here by myself.
If she was eating this
But
for herself.
My mom does it on the back.
Okay. I did that earlier when we were tasting other stuff.
Oh, I sense it needs a little sweetness. Enter lime juice.
Okay.
That's
Just a little bit, not the
probably
whole.
too much. Well, I probably actually put a lot in there. Lime is very strong and very powerful. If you saw the show that I did on curry lime squash, yes, the more lime you add, it's going to be very limey. And we know this because we like to make caipirinha. Hi.
You said caipirinha. You're supposed to
I know. I was supposed to
caipirinha.
stop, so. Yes, perfect.
Want to taste it again?
Sure.
I'm going to go back to the hand this time, too.
Ooh, that added something a little special, I have to say.
I like that.
Okay, I think we're good.
No hot sauce yet?
Oh,
Sriracha. And you see how she freehands the sriracha. Y'all. She freehanded that one.
was it a free heavy hand?
Good thing I like the
We'll
way
see. We will soon see.
All right, Mama, let's see how this goes.
Okay, and the color is nice.
It's a nice color.
Okay, here we go.
Mmm.
Oh my God.
That is delicious. And it's
I'm
got some
telling
heat
you.
to it. It's good.
Sriracha takes everything to another level.
I agree. I agree.
So we are now ready.
To dress our slaw. You have some comments for me?
Okay, so, yes. I was debating over whether or not we were going to do the dance before or after. Now, because Danny is a dancer, I saved the most complex dance for when she was going to be on the show. So, this is a combination
Of the Cabbage Patch, I'm sure.
and
The collard greens. Oh, gosh.
it's a combo move. So, what you're going to have is clean, round. Clean, round.
I feel like I'm in like a Jamaican dance hall.
Round. Hey!
Clean it and
Brown.
brown.
And clean and
and
round.
and clean and brown.
Yeah!
All we need is a
So,
little bit of hip hop.
okay, hold on now.
That's
The
not
rum
very
punches are getting us
I
a
think
little
it's
crazy.
kicked in.
So, we're going to toss this up and we're going to taste it. And again, I added the sardines, the juice, the oil, but I'm going to mince those up and add those. I let my coleslaw sit in the refrigerator for about an hour. Sometimes I will actually put it in a Ziploc bag so that it almost gets, you can shake it up and make sure it's marinating fully. I add feta cheese at the end, so it doesn't get it just adds that sort of fresh addition. So we're gonna show you that in a moment. So we've actually Ziplocked so that we can get full juice shakeage. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna plate a little bit and taste our slaw. So get a little taste. Look how beautiful that is. We're just gonna have a little taste. And you can either add the feta afterwards. Give you a little more red there. I like it balanced. Color is important. Color matters. Okay, let's go ahead and close that up. And so, as I mentioned, a great topping for this is a little bit of feta cheese, which Danny and I both love.
Feta cheese.
Adore.
Yes.
What's not to love?
I couldn't tell you. When people say they don't eat it, I'm surprised.
Confused.
Yes.
Confused.
What
I
do
said
you
confused.
actually eat?
And I mentioned to you that sardines are delicious in it. So, would you like some
I would
sardines?
love some sardines in
Okay.
mine.
So I'm just gonna
Crumple it up. in
crumble
there.
it up and put it on top.
And it's easy to crumple after you take in the oil out of it.
Yep.
It's easy to
Rise
crumple
right
so.
up. And it adds just I don't know, it gives it sort of a very different flavor. Let me grab this because I won't want to waste it. Okay. So,
Thank you.
my dear, So let's take a taste. Get a little onion.
I like to get everything
yes,
in one
you want to
bite.
get everything. Get the cheese, the... Okay.
That's really good. The cabbage adds, it has that sweetness. The collards, of course, add the bitter that you need, and the vinegar as well, and the texture. And then you have the salt of the cheese and the sardines, but they have different flavors along with it. It's very complex. I love it. Love
So, take this to your next barbecue. Really easy to do. Get a friend. Get some cocktails. Tom Collins. Or rum punch. And are we going to do the...
Oh, let's do it. Let's do the dance, because this is working.
This is the real thing. And after you have the Afro Slaw itself, you want to take it to another level. So, are we doing the...
I think we're going to do it.
Okay, let's do it. And, all right. So, thank you, Danny.
You're so welcome. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this and to learn this recipe, because I do intend to make it.
Okay. So I hope you guys make it and you enjoy it and you treat yourself well, embody well. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.